हेलो 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 माय डियर फ्रेंड्स, वेलकम टू द स्ट्रीम। भाई कैसे हैं आप लोग? तो भाई आज अपन गेम स्टार्ट किया है। पजल से स्टार्ट करते हैं। पहली पजल, फर्स्ट पजल ऑफ द डे। इट्स ब्लैक टू मूव एंड विन मटेरियल टू विन द पजल। ब्लैक टू मूव, विन मटेरियल टू विन द पजल। विन मटेरियल, so how I can win material? If I just take his queen, knight takes my queen, will be fork. So if I just take his knight with knight. Okay. If I takes knight with knight, or if I just take knight with pawn looks good because there was attack on another knight, and I can just take his queen because now I can simply move my queen to attack knight, and I can just take his knight. No, cannot take his knight because there'll be queen. So it just rook blocks that pawn. Let's go. That's the correct way. Moving on to next puzzle. So whose turn it is? Okay. It's white to move, calculate and win my knight. To win his knight, I think I'll first take this, take his queen, obviously. And now I can just take his bishop because his knight cannot, the knight is already pinned. And now I can just take his knight. Streak of 2, let's go. Moving on to another streak. Today we'll try to complete the streak of 10. So now it's black to move. And we can win material. We have to just calculate correctly. If knight goes for check, bishop takes. Hello, hello, Makuba Mazibuko. Welcome to the stream, bro. Okay, so it's black to move. Calculate correctly, you can win material. I think king does not have any place to go. If I even block f8 with rook, where he will go? Do I have any good move like sacrificing something or like that? If I go just go for check, there'll be bishop takes and pawn takes bishop. That's very lengthy process. Maybe knight attacks queen. What is the promising move here? Maybe rook to f8, rook h8 to f8 is promising move. Sorry. I think that's a promising move. If knight takes that pawn, Bishop takes, and I have this check. Yes. So knight takes pawn was promising more because after that I can go for knight g4 check, and force move was king move to f3, after which I can take his bishop. So he just took queen only. He just took that knight with queen. Let's go. Streak of three. That was difficult to find, but we found it. We found that out. Let's go. Moving on to next puzzle. Here we go. We have He has two rooks, so almost I think position is equal, but we are pawn up. What I can see is check from here is not possible. Queen is guarding that, and what is the another possible variation? Maybe if I just take his rook, rook takes. I can play rook on g5. Yes, that's a good move because if he takes my rook, I can take his rook with check, and I can take his another rook, and also threatening mate. Yes, that's a correct move. Check and take the another rook. Yeah, sure, bro. We can play. Anything below 5 minutes unrated, you can send me challenge. I'll accept your challenge. So here we have knight check, and I can take his bishop. Is the only way. Take his bishop because king cannot take take on knight. And here we go with the king on c. Okay, that's wrong. Okay, king to c6 was right. Come on, yaar. How I missed that move? That was supposed to be a great move. Chalo, bro. Are you sending challenge? I'll accept your challenge. Let's start playing with subscriber only directly today. Anything below 5 minutes unrated, I'll play with you. Come on, send me challenge waiting for you. In that time, let's solve any one more, two more, for few more puzzles. So we already completed streak of five. Streak of six was also done. We can start rapid. Okay, let's find out. I think if I just push this pawn, because if I push this pawn, we'll take it. Not challenge, bro. Send unrated. I'll accept unrated. Send unrated challenge. I'll play unrated with you. अरे भाई इतना लेट आप आते हो. भाई टाइम ही यही रहता है यार, क्या करें. Okay, it's white to move. You have chance to beat me. Can you find out checkmate? White to move, na? There is this queen check. King only needs to move forward. Only the way ahead for king is forward. And after that, I do have this check, but who can sit in between? Is there any other good way? Like check from here, check from here, check from here. If king try to move forward, check again. If I just double push and give him check, king takes pawn, check. No, I think I have to block the square. So check from here is fine. Then I do have pawn push. बट पॉन पुश किंग विल गो टू E4। 2358 को रुला दिया। क्या बात है मेरे भाई, वेरी गुड। गुड जॉब भाई, गुड जॉब। दिस इज रॉन्ग। ठीक है, बिकॉज आई कैन डायरेक्टली गिव दिस, आई कैन टेक हिज रुक। नो, cannot take his rook, we have to go for mate, that's a mate। 2358 भाई, वेरी वेरी गुड भाई, वेल डन। यू विल सून रीच 2400 देन। बहुत पहले ही हुआ आज लाइव में। सही ब्रो, ग्रेट। 2249 हो गया ना, मतलब ऑलमोस्ट 23, फिर 24। मेरे से भी ऊपर चलेगा तुम तो। गुड जॉब ब्रो, ब्रिलियंट। चलो लेट्स स्टार्ट विद दी फर्स्ट रैपिड ऑफ टुडे। नाइट C3 is my favorite। Come on यार, गेम अबॉट। Should I attach something, some different kind of opening? Let's not do it. Let's do with the knight F3 only. He's trying Alkine's defense. Yep, it converted to Pog defense. दो हजार 81 था, 1 मंथ बाद शुरू किया मैंने दोबारा से, 3 दिन या 4 दिन वार्म अप किया हूँ बस। ग्रेट मेरे भाई, बहुत ही सही। गुड गुड कमबैक। Pawn push, pawn takes. Pawn push, pawn takes. Queen takes. He'll take my no. So first thing is first, pin his knight. Plan is to play knight on D5. Knight on. Okay, if I play knight on D5, pawn push, pawn takes, pawn push again. Pawn takes, bishop check. Nahi, not working. Okay, knight goes forward. He'll push this pawn. I have to take his knight. I think I should try to push his bishop. So bishop takes his force and queen takes, then I can play knight। H6 आएगा डायरेक्ट यार। हाँ राइट राइट करेक्ट, H3। H6 आएगा इसके बाद। Here we go, knight goes forward, knight takes, and bishop here। I want to exchange bishop, but ठीक है, I'll exchange bishop, no problem in that। So his knight will activate, and do I have any another plan? Maybe I can. What I can plan is queen to G3 and then open up F5, F4. But he can just go for queen sake, na? F5, F5. He's planning to do F5. Okay, let's play some waiting moves. F5. I'll take my queen back, letting him to take। F5 best है। F5 he will play na। I can play F4। What is your favorite opening? It's Wengit opening. I like that from white, and Alkine's defense I like from black। He did it। F5। I'll take it। Reason to take is if rook takes, I'll place queen back, and my plan was also to push this pawn. But if I just have taken my queen back, he would have pushed F4, F5 to F4. He would not have taken it, so I'll be in trouble. That's why. That's the reason I didn't went for. So here we go. Queen goes back. F5 rook. Rook takes. Knight to b6 he will do. Okay. But I think what he will do is pawn push. d5. And my plan is to just play f5, takes, and rook takes. So I can go for check and take his rook. But check and take his rook. If he plays knight b6, I think he will be in problem in future. Okay, I just got a exchange up now by playing bishop to e6 is like, and I got exchange up. So he has to defense knight, and for that he has to give up rook. Let's go. Fork knight and rook. Yes, ब्लंडर कर दिया ये. He has to obviously save rook, and I can take his rook. And after that, my files will get completely open by playing f4. Pawn takes. I can just go for check. Not possible right now. Let's see what we can do. f4 is not good move because just pawn takes. Okay, I can just take his rook. Attack his queen. I can go for check. Yes, now f4 is good. Pawn takes, so my queen file will get open, and I can just go for check. Activate my another rook on e1 for some threats. Checkmate threats. पगला गया है opponent. He took it. Check. Okay. King goes back. I'll go with the rook takes pawn. Okay, rook takes pawn. Queen takes it. I can take his knight with check. Is that a good move or not? Or not simply take this pawn and I can go for another pawn also. Or just do nothing and activate another rook. Just do nothing and activate another rook. Khel khatam black का. Activate another rook and I can place rook on e6. He cannot move his knight right now. He's going for mate. So rook goes forward is the best. E1 goes forward is the best. If you place rook, I'll take with queen. Knight takes, rook takes with check. Okay. Or maybe I can just take this pawn and let him take my rook because I do have this check after that. Check from f8. And only option with him is knight in between. Okay, knight is in between is also possible. Or just take his knight, queen takes and rook takes with check. Because after that I can go for this pawn also. Take, take this is wrong. Check, knight just sits back. Sacrifice queen. Hello, Gulshan bhai. Welcome to the stream. So I think yeah, exchanging queen is only the right move. Takes and activate on my another rook. He just have queen against, and that's the queen against two rook. You know who is going to win this? Take rook then knight. White queen के साथ डबल रहेगा आपके पास. Yes. Now what I can do in next move is uh, I can try to double up rooks, and after that, if you push this pawn, okay, first take this. So double up rook. If you push this pawn f3, I can go for check. If king goes forward, then I need to think, or maybe I can just go for b7 pawn. For now, we cannot just push this. Yes, let's go for b7 pawn. And if rook takes pawn, there is queen check. Rook can be placed in between. Rook takes pawn is possible. That's not the wrong move. Okay, rook takes pawn. Queen check. Maybe queen check directly from e1 is wrong. And queen in between. Rook can be placed in between. After that, c1 check. King can be placed. Yeah, take is right. ड्रॉ है भाई. उड़ा दे भाई पैदल. He has to save b7 also. So I think he'll go for this check. And I'll play king on h2. And he'll take b2. I can take f5, defending this square, which is for the check. And I can have multiple checks after that. Or after that, I can just double up rooks, which can lead him to mate. Yes, makes sense. मेरा मैसेज पूरा पढ़ा करो. ओके भाई. King to h1. After this, yeah, king to h1 and rook takes pawn f5. हेलो हेलो एक्सपर्ट, वेलकम टू द स्ट्रीम भाई. इतने दिनों बाद आते हो यार. क्यू c1 क्यू टेक्स b2 इज विनिंग फॉर अस. Check. He calculated a lot. Rook can go for another pawn. Okay, what should be my plan now? He's trying to defend. Maybe g4 push takes, or just go for check. Let's go to take that pawn. Let's go for take that pawn. Yes. Let's go for capturing d6 pawn. Or can I just defend? If he defended that, I can just defend b6. Maybe a3 push, because king on f1 is a mistake. b3. Okay, let's do this. Rook going for d6 pawn. Maybe g6 is right. G6 is the correct move. G4, sorry, G4. Now it just king goes forward. I'm moving away from that pin. Okay, there is this queen check, and he can take both the pawns. No, he cannot take that pawn. This is a mistake I think he made, because after e1 check, I can place rook back, and after this check, king goes here. It's he won. Great, यार, great. That's great. 2800 इस रेटिंग पे तो GM मिलते होंगे, और 2300 प्लस वालों को भी. Actually, a great. I played a brilliant move, but I think I missed. A rook to b1 was a mistake. I should have developed rook first only. Let's review this. He played with 91% accuracy, even after making one blunder. Rook to d6 was a mistake. What was best here? It just king moves. And giving him that pawn. G4 was also a mistake. What was best here? Yeah, right. I should have just gone for check. Explain. King moves and I can take that pawn. What if instead of going here, king goes here? There is another check and I can capture pawn. Come on यार, मुझे तो रैपिड में GM के साथ खेलना है. This was winning, but I think I just made end game mistakes. इस बार पूरी कोशिश करूंगा. So it's all the best भाई. चलो, moving on to another game. Alkine's defense. I learned new opening today. We can try that also. Let's try that in the next game. So can I just convert this position into that? No, I cannot convert this position. Now it's a queen gambit marshal defense decline. Bishop activation on f5. Here we go with the pawn push, and I think I'll go with the knight activation and knight to d7, and I'll push, or maybe I should push this now only. Let's push this now, and I'll activate my bishop after this and go for short castle. बस आसान है, लेकिन उतने के कारण मुझको मुश्किल है, लेकिन कोशिश में पूरी रहेगी इस लेवल. ओके भाई, ट्राई योर बेस्ट. If knight takes, there is no pawn push, right? Knight takes looks good. Just activating knight further on the here we go with the bishop activation. I'll go with the short castle. If he activates knight, I need to take it. Otherwise, he can just no. He cannot still make this pawn push. So I can castle, short castle. Yeah. Now there is pawn push. So I think I should take his knight. And now I'll castle. Because now pawn push is not doing anything. Right option. I can try to attack his rook some at some point and knight activates forward. There is this pawn push. So I think knight sits back on b6. Pawn takes, bishop takes, queen takes, rook takes, and I need to activate another rook. He's exchanging everything. If he try to place his rook on d1, there we have knight c4 attacking rook and pawn. And if rook tries to defend that pawn, another knight can activate, supporting that pawn and attacking rook. No, maybe he can just take this pawn, no? Better option will be opening up the back rank for now, and after that planning for future. So here we go with the knight attacking rook and knight forks. Or I think I should try to confuse him. Knight activation, pawn push, knight activation. Attack is rook. Yeah, attack is rook looks good. Because after this I can just go for that knight. And after that I can go for that fork. Try to develop my rooks on d3. I should open back rank by e5 and f6. Let's go with the check and knight takes, rook takes. So rook can sit on second rank. I can double up rooks. And after that, I can just go for h6. I should go h6 right now. Or I should move king to f8 at least. Opening up back rank. Take his force. Activate knight to take that pawn. And after that, I can just go for check and take this pawn. Yes. Activate knight to take a3 pawn. And knight check from d3 to take b2. But we have to be little careful because there is no back square for knight after that. Bishop to d5. g6 कर दो. g6. बिशप टू d5. mg एंटरटेनमेंट एक पैदल मिलता आपको b2 वहां पे. ओके. अब मेरा एक गेम देखो, वो 2358 वाला, बिल्कुल भाई देखते हैं। शेयर करो मैसेज में, मैं कर देखता हूँ। उसे जबरदस्ती पैदल लिया मैंने। ग्रेट ब्रो। देखोगे तो हंसोगे। एमजी मेंटर entertainment, MGM entertainment. Okay, so here we go with the high check. King comes forward is not possible. So king just goes to e2, and I can just take that pawn. Take that pawn. Attack on bishop right now. So he has to defend his bishop, and I'll push b5 in case I can just my knight can just go back. So b5. So my knight just can go back. एक पैदल के लिए फंसा लिया नाइट। नहीं, नाइट बच जाएगा ना, कोई दिक्कत थोड़ी है। Knight check, rook can sit on d2. Not check actually. Knight to c4. Rook check is a plan. Or maybe knight sits on d4. After that, let it sit there only. Can try for some fork maybe later, now or later. Bishop is not activating anymore. बच गया अब। वो देख के गया था मैं कि there is bishop sitting on that d1 square, and if knight takes that pawn, so knight attacks bishop at the same time, defending that pawn। एक pawn दिया है, और उसी को फिर से मैं अगर प्रॉब्लम में डाल दूं तो फिर। And if you again try to attack, I'll place my knight on c4. Plan is to play, okay, now knight on c4 to go for that pawn, and another plan is to give him check from d2 and take his bishop, so he needs to defend bishop anyways, and if he defends bishop I can take e5. Also I can go for b3, a3, a3, b a3, e5. Best move knight. Now I'll first take this pawn to attack his bishop. Now once bishop moves, I'll again place my knight on c4 to go for a3. This is a mistake I think he made. Yes, I'll again place knight on c4 to take on a3, because again there is the same plan, knight check, rook check, and I can take his, let's go। सही किए। ओके भाई, चलो लेट्स सी h3 हरियाणवी, HR30 ना, दैट्स योर नेम राइट। अभी लेटेस्ट गेम खेला था क्या? Games. Are you playing on leeches? No, it's chess.com. Magic Knight. 2 3 2 3 2 3. Which game, brother? 2347 आएगा. Now his rating might have changed ना. There is 2321. ये वाले की बात कर रहे हो क्या? माइकल नाइट. Magnus or Hikaru? Who's your favorite? It's Hikaru. इस पे लिखा हुआ है स्ट्री. देखो ओपन करो. You won in that game, right? Okay, you are black and he's playing as white. Harry Weston. Harry Weston. Here we have review. This is that game. Okay, let's start the review. Bro, यहाँ पे उसने pawn push क्यों नहीं किया? Pawn push to take one of your knights. What was your plan here? Okay, you can just take his knight and then place your knight here. Okay, that was a great, yeah. That was a great plan. Okay, knight को बढ़िया घुमा रहे हो यार. Knight takes and knight is at the very good place. You are offering him exchange, so you can just give him fork with on both the rooks. And again, you got one more pawn. This is a mistake. Why? Knight c takes. Knight c takes. Knight c6 पहले. He has to give up exchange, and you are offering him both the rooks, and you will place it on double rooks. Good game, buddy. Well played. This was a good, actually, offering him and takes that knight. And queen was great move because if he takes queen, there is a fork. But if he does not takes and tries to defend, and you can take queen, and after that, that pawn. Great, yeah. Good game, buddy. Well played. I should also try something like that. Moving on to another game. Let's go. We'll start our rapid. Come on, yeah, guys. How many of you are watching? I think 22 of you are watching. Please hit that like button. And if you have not subscribed, please subscribe this channel. We need your support. Let's move on to another game. Should I do knight to c3 or should we play something else? Let's do knight to c3 only. I have tried new opening with black, not with white. भाई ऐसे ही पहले हुआ. 2300 वालों को आज. बढ़िया बढ़िया बढ़िया. Very good, my brother. Again, it's converted in Alkine's defense. It converted to 4 bigger Vienna gambit variation. If I take that pawn, can I not just push d2? Yeah, I'll push d2, offering him to take that pawn, but I'll take on e6. Okay, he's going for my knight. I'll take that pawn with queen. And if he takes this pawn, I can just take his queen. Although I'm pawn down, but now my position will be very brilliant to look. And that's a check. And I think I should first stop his knight to activate forward because that is the great move. And now I can just go for activation, full activation. Bishop sits on defending knight as well as attacking knight. I'll take his knight first, and I can after that I can take e4. That's the plan. But if bishop takes, I'll take it back, and attack on bishop will remains the same. Okay. Can I not just go for check and take pawn takes? I should also bring my knight in game, defending that knight. Now I can just go for check. Knight takes, pawn takes. And I do have this one more check, I thought, and I can take his knight with for free with discover check and double check again. Take his knight. I can just go for one more check and take his knight. But knight can go back now. So another plan should be how I can add extra tempo. Maybe by push on f5 and then push on, yeah, push on f5 and push on f6. Free bishop. Let's go. What kind of game he's playing? What a noob he is. Let's go. Move on to another game. C4 is coming. Okay, now I promised you to play a different kind of opening. So here we go with the d5. He took it. He took that. Okay. I'll activate knight. But he can just push pawn. Let's go. Free rook. Knight activates. Full attack on knight now. Why are all the messages are deleted? Lol, क्या हो गया उसका? His plan is to play bishop on b4. First of all, push a6. So he cannot win my queen. And here we go with the pawn push. Still cannot do anything. I'll play queen to c4. So he cannot go for castle. Now he can castle. And I cannot do anything. Knight activates forward, he'll play bishop, and then I can just do pawn push. Yeah, knight activates forward, he'll play bishop, pinning my queen, and I'll play e5, defending that knight. And okay, let's just move away from this pin also. Going for b2. If knight tries to activate forward, I'll take with bishop. I do have this fork. Queen take is the right move because now what he can he can just go for long castle. I'll take it definitely, and I'll go for long castle, defending that pawn. Okay, we are in complete pin. Pawn push. Bishop takes, knight takes. No, wrong move. I'll go with the h5. Plan is to play bishop on h6 to attack on both the piece. Defending my knight. Now let's say if we try to push this pawn, I'll place bishop on h6. Threat is to take his rook. आप क्यों नहीं करते स्ट्रीमिंग? अरे मन भाई आप यहाँ bishop to e7. Why I didn't play bishop to e7? Because my plan is to play bishop on h6 to go for that rook exchange up, and that can't be stopped. Queen only option is to place on h4, and I can just take his rook. After rook takes, I can take this pawn also. What? Not trapped actually. He was having square on h4. Queen to h4 was the square. वो बस 2-3 दिन ऐसे ही किया था. They deleted some message. Chalo, let's move on to another game. Why everyone is playing the same? I'm trying to play some different kind of opening and they are not letting me to play that. Okay, let's try with that now. Benko Gambit. मतलब आप करते नहीं हो स्ट्रीमिंग? ओके. Pawn takes, queen takes. Is he the same guy? Do you play BGMI? I used to, but I'm not doing. Hello, hello, Marshall's Pass. Welcome to the stream. Good evening. English के साथ Dutch opening. It's English opening King's English variation. What kind of opening is that? I am also not able to understand what I'm playing today. Completely different opening. I'm trying to do something different. Like I have not prepared. I have prepared one opening, but when I'm trying to do that, opponent is playing something different. So I'm not able to continue with that opening. Okay, I can just go for castle after this. Kind of Scandi Berlin variation, I think. Uh, yeah, I'm trying to play Benko Gambit today. E4 को D5 देता हूँ मैं. That is obviously not free. Bishop takes. Why I didn't play bishop on D7? You can just go for check now. I lost a rook. By the way, I'm just getting it back. Maybe first pawn push, yes. And now bishop to B7. Why he's not seeing that? Quick game. He'll go with the queen check now. Nice returning. Not returning. He'll go with the queen check, and I have only option is king to B8, and he'll defend his rook. Maybe by castle. No, if he castles, that will be lost. He will defend by. Will he play rook here? Rook here, rook here. Queen takes. Bishop takes. I don't know that. I don't think this is winning. Will he defend or will he go for attack? How was your day? It was good, buddy. How was your day, brother? King to B8, rook to C8, yes. And he's not in a good shape of king position. Okay. So I'll activate rook to C8 and rook to C5, rook to H5, and then I'll play queen to H3. बच गया उसका game. By the way, where are you from? I'm from Burhanpur, Madhya Pradesh. I did a lot of things. I'm a bit tired, but I'm well at the end of it. By the way, what are you doing, brother? वरुण बाबा कैसे हो आप? Okay, here we go with the rook attacks bishop. Play rook on H5. Now if we just take na, and that too with queen, why I'm playing it so fast? It's not a quick game. It's not bullet. Time to resign this. Apart from chess, what do you do? Actually, I played very bad. This game I played very bad. I don't know why I played so fast. I was expecting to play some kind of opening from black, but I was not able to make it, and I just got frustrated and just switched to the very jaldi baji. I'm looking for an apartment today. I was crossing the half of the country to arrive at my parents' home, walking to take some food and preparing the dinner. That was actually a hectic day for you. Okay, here we go with the queen activation. He took, okay, and he gave me free pawn also. That's so nice of him. भाई आराम से खेलो ठीक है bro. इस गेम को will play little bit slow. Bishop pinning knight, and knight activates to f3, then knight activates to e5. Just take his knight, because if I try to play queen on c6, he'll play rook on b6. So just take his knight, and knight takes. I can just take that pawn. One more free pawn. Let's go. Sure, bhai pakka. Apart from chess, he tolerates you. So now my queen is just getting trapped. Is it a trap? Do I have in another square? It's not a trap right now. Just let's just activate rook. Sorry, knight. Yes, let's just activate knight. If rook tries on a8, queen square is p7. Now he's trying to trap me. So let's try to move queen away. Because after he plays queen here, I will not have any square for my queen. If he plays queen here, I'll play queen on a6. He cannot play queen forward. It's not a trap right now. Okay, let's just keep. अरे ट्रैप नहीं है भाई. Queen to a6. Now let's move away from this pin. And maybe I can just attack his bishop. No, instead of attacking, I'll play on a6. My plan is to give him check and take his bishop. But he'll just castle, right? So I'll also castle. Not a big deal. वैसे भी एक एक मूव एक्सप्लेन करता हूँ, बस वो होते सारे ब्लंडर्स हैं. It occurs same with me. Many times I also explain the moves, but it comes up as a blunder. मैंने 5 साल से 300 इलो पे स्टक हूँ. Bro, you should leave chess and try something else in your life. If it were before, would you get q to b5, forking check and taking bishop? Yes. So I would have done it before. Maybe now I should have played bishop also. But after the pawn push, there is nothing. Okay, let's just castle. We are already 2 pawn up. Let's bring our queen to the safe square. Maybe by just attacking his bishop, and I can go back on h5. Bishop to f4 or g5. Sorry, bishop to g5. If I just attack his bishop right now, because his plan is to play rook. Yep. So attack his bishop. So I do get square back. I'm already 2 pawns up. Nothing to worry. Keep it simple. It's winning. I saw your plan, but I can still play b4. If bishop takes, rook takes. Yeah, I can play b4. I'm just going for exchange. भाग ले भाई queen लेके. कहाँ जाना है? भागने की क्या जरूरत है? Let him sacrifice his bishop. बिशप टू f4 और g5. भाई बनाने तो मुझे भी ब्रिलियंट ही होते हैं, पर बन वो ब्लंडर्स आते हैं. That's so sad. Offering, exchanging queens. Here we go with defending b4. After that c4, c5, and this is winning. c4, and I'll push b5 now. There is no check, and there is check, but he can't take. Attack his knight does not make any sense. Just push. आपसे नहीं हो रहा वरुण बाबा, आप इंग्लिश बहुत गजब की बोलते हो. Now just attack his knight. He'll give check. Then I can continue with push. I think let's exchange up everything now. We are +2. Offering him bishop exchange. ये भाई क्या था? पहले एक बेइज्जती करके एक तारीफ कर दी. Pawn push, pawn takes, knight takes. Pawn push, pawn takes, knight takes. Knight activates forward. I'll push c7. Knight to c7. Plan is to play bishop on b6. After that, I can play rook on b1 maybe. Yep, pawn push, defending bishop. And another plan is to just push b7 to take, and now just take this, and activate my. He activated knight. I can also activate my knight further. Attack his bishop again. Attack his bishop. Where I should go? Attack his bishop from here. If bishop goes back, I can again offer him bishop exchange. After bishop takes, I do have knight take, or after bishop takes, I can take with knight. Yes, attack his bishop from f6. Attack his rook by playing knight on d6. What will he do? Attack. He will again attack my knight. I can try to take his bishop. I just need to exchange up everything. I just don't want to mess up anything. I'll definitely take because I do have two pawns. It's a good position. Just go for check and I'll place knight on d4. Check knight on d4 to defend that pawn. d5, sorry, knight to d5, defending pawn in support of pawn. Bring my rook on b1 and continue with the push. I think knight is back on b4, or maybe just on b1, knight rook on b1 and push. He'll take this pawn. Rook on b1, he'll take this pawn. I can continue with the push. Rook needs to be placed back, and rook activates to attack knight, or just defend it. Defend it. Knight attacks. Knight fork is there, na? So cannot defend this pawn. Can defend it by just playing knight back to d4. Yes, and I'll bring rook now. मैं आपके बराबर नहीं खेल सकता वरुण बाबा, और ये जय भाई भी नहीं खेल पाएंगे आपके बराबर. थैंक्स भाई, मैं इतनी मेहनत से एक ब्लंडर करके दिखाता हूँ अपने सब्सक्राइबर्स को. If rook attacks knight, he'll play knight on d2. So first block that. बाकी कुछ भी कहो, वरुण भाई के सब्सक्राइबर्स तो सबसे ज्यादा है. वही सबसे जरूरी है भाई. Why he played it back? Let's do c5. Rook cannot attack that. And if we try to attack with this rook, I can just do pawn push. Offering exchange. Takes, rook takes. Defending is not possible because I do not have back rank open. What do you think about rook on b4? Rook on b4. If rook takes pawn, rook takes rook, then knight takes it back. ठीक है, I can push passers, no problem. भाई आप लोगों का सपोर्ट है. भाई मैं कहाँ फेमस, बस दो चार लोग जानते हैं. दो चार लोग भाई, क्या बात कर रहे हो यार. आंख बंद करके मूव कर देते हो. और वो भी इतना परफेक्ट ब्रिलियंट मूव निकलता है. हमसे नहीं हो पाता भाई. Let's go. Don't need to open back rank also. जय भाई आप भी मजे, अरे नहीं भाई, यू आर लिटरली प्रो भाई. आई हैव सीन योर गेम्स, आई हैव सीन योर शॉट्स. लेट्स गो भाई, लेट्स गो. आई थिंक वी शुड प्ले स्लोली टू विन एवरी गेम. हमसे नहीं हो पाएगा ऐसे ब्रिलियंट. मूविंग ऑन टू अनदर गेम. Scandinavian defense closed. I'll play my game only. I'll retry that opening in maybe some time. It's a complete open. Okay, bishop takes pawn, then pawn takes check. No, just queen sits back. Knight takes, pawn takes. Defending this pawn with queen and knight. If he takes this pawn, I can take it back with knight. जब भाई गेम खेलना सिखा दो, आप ज्यादा नहीं, बस 2500 इलो करा दीजिए भाई, मेरा हो जाए पहले. डेफिनेटली आई विल हेल्प यू. कैसल. कौन से स्टॉप पे रुकती है ट्रेन, मुझे भी बताओ यार. आई विल आल्सो सिट इन दैट ट्रेन. Defending my knight because there was a mate threat. If I just move my knight, maybe I can just play my bishop back. But will that make any sense? Bishop back, bishop activates, bishop take his bishop, offer him exchange. Yep, that makes sense. लेकिन वो ट्रेन दिमाग में पर चलती है. Yes, offering him exchange. I don't want his queen to sit here. Reason behind it, he can, if I cannot move my knight because of mate threat, which is there. If he places knight, I am fine to take his knight. And if bishop sits there, I'll just move my knight back. He can go for check, but nothing after that. So no problem. I'll push this. Pawn push, pawn takes. Okay, he's going for my rook. ठीक है, takes ना. Let him take the rook. I'll get strong position after this. ठीक है, take it. Let him take rook, no problem. I'll get more strong position. Rook on e2, or should I just push pawn? Knight takes. Rook on e2. No, rook on f1. But wait. He can just go for check, take this pawn. And if I play rook on d1, he can go for check. But after that, he can plan his knight check, and king sits on h1. There he have the knight check. King sits back. That's not a mate, na? ठीक है, let's defend this pawn. If queen check, that pawn is defended already. Double attack. h4 गया. I knew it. He's not going to do h4. f1, because now he can give this check and take my rook. Oh, that knight was very tough. I lost queen. Chat missed. Queen गई. Brilliant move, yaar. He played too good. That was seriously brilliant move. I'm not even joking. यहाँ तो रुक दो, यहाँ तो फिर क्वीन दो. Pawn push, knight takes pawn. And if pawn takes, knight takes it, and rook can activate on g file. मेरी भी क्वीन ओपोनेंट के साथ चली जाती है. So sad, bro. Take this, knight activates forward. Rook takes, knight activates on f5. Rook can go for check. I can just place my queen back, attack on rook. Or maybe another thing what I can do is, no, if I just go king to e3, that will be mate. Not mate. King to e3, he'll push my bishop. Bishop goes back. There is no queen check because knight is guarding that square. And if I attack his rook, there will be another rook which will get activated. But I can just go for check and take his rook, na? Yes. Okay, then let's do it. Our knight is sitting at very powerful square. Here we go with the check and check again. If I take his rook, he'll take this with check. So I think let's not take it. Let's wait for it. Check again. Bishop activates, or bishop is at the right square. Attack is rook again, and knight sits back. Or maybe I can continue with the pawn push, but he can just go for check. King goes forward. He'll go for another check. No, so this pawn push forward is wrong. Just take that pawn. Yes, just take that pawn and sits back. Bishop sits back completely, so his another rook cannot activate. Now I'll do this pawn push. Pawn takes, rook takes. Uh, I can mate him. I can mate him. I'll move my king because his plan is to exchange rook, and I don't want to exchange rooks. Because if exchange occurred, there'll be no chance for me to win this. Pawn push, he'll bring another rook. That knight is literally guarding very powerfully. Reverse. Try to bring knight f6. Push. After he plays here, he can just go for mate threat. Attack his rook. Still, he'll play queen here. Pawn push queen here. Bishop blocking. Pawn takes this pawn. Still in trouble. How I can stop this queen to sit on g6? Is it even possible? Great plan, yaar. It's a passive and very great plan. Can't win on this. Let's review this if there was a way. Jumbo pony, but bro, you are down too much material. You won't survive this. Yes. Pawn push was a blunder. Best was to take with pawn. Best was to defend, just defend that pawn. But I gave up my rook. What was best here? I need to find out what was the best move here. So let him to give check and take that pawn. Okay, that was the best move. That let him give check and take that pawn. Anyways, chalo. Endgame was still okay. What was he played here? What was the best move for me? Best move for him was to sacrifice queen because there was a mate in one. And after this, it does not show the further move. You're saying pony here, but that's still an inaccuracy because he can just play queen here, no? Bishop blocking, rook takes, rook takes, rook takes, and at the end the threat is mate. It was not. It was not at all preventing. So let's move on to another game. I'll continue with my game only, Alkine's defense. Come on. What I'm best at, I'll play that. Free pawn. Come on, move your knight. Because if we try to take that pawn, there is knight which is guarding that pawn. I'll definitely take. And I'll definitely take this also. He does not went for queen exchange also. Okay. So I need to push this pawn now to defend the mate. Offer him queen exchange, takes. We'll have bishop takes f7. Yeah, after queen takes, bishop takes f7 and e6 push. So bishop goes back on g6 was option which was left with him. So he will get his piece back. Okay, offering him queen exchange now. Bishop defending this pawn, but there is bishop takes this pawn. So first bishop and queen supports g5. Knight can activate further and attack queen. Okay, let him activate knight. We cannot do anything here. Now, here we go. Queen attacks knight. So he can get his pawn back. So if knight takes, I'll not take it. I'll just go for long castle now. Because after bishop takes and bishop takes, I will not able to do the castle. Now I can just take his knight. Plan is to push f6 and g5. Every piece in game policy. q3 की जगह bishop takes f7 and you resign. q2 f3 की जगह bishop takes f7. Knight to f4. If bishop takes, pawn takes, attack on queen, and queen cannot sit here, cannot sit on f3. Queen needs to go somewhere else, and I can just play h5 to attack g2, threat for mate. If rook takes, okay, he just took that again. I can straight up my pawns. Can I not just block it? Block it, pawn push. King attacks bishop. He'll take, or just he just took that pawn, and I can go for another pawn. Let's take another pawn. Let's not do anything wrong, unnecessary, which is not required. Knife on f5, f worth a queen. Queen goes back because if I become little greedy and go for that pawn, there'll be rook and queen check. First queen check and then rook. Queen check will be made, I think. Yeah, queen check, rook, bishop defending. He can go for sack also, and bishop sits on b6 was a plan set by Mr. Gary Kasparov. Okay. Okay, let's double up rook, or maybe I can just attack his queen. Attack his queen. No, don't attack his queen. Just defend bishop. If I attack his queen, queen can sit on. Queen can sit on c3. I can push pawn to attack queen. Yes, let's queen sit on c3. What? He gave me queen for bishop. Okay, queen and rook bishop. ठीक है. No, this is winning now. I don't know why he was in so hurry, or was it a misclick by him? By the way, my plan was rook. Uh, my plan was if he does not have taken queen and defended queen on c3, I would have pushed d4. Still, queen cannot take bishop because that's defended by pawn and threat for mate. I'll take this pawn because king can sit on b7, attacking rook and bishop at the same time. And I got his piece, and it's time for him to resign. Do whatever you want to do. Playing with viewers after 2260. Two more games. Hello, Paradox. Welcome to the stream. King attacking rook. He'll double up his rook, obviously. And I'll play rook on b7, threat for mate in 1. Rook can go for check. I'll play on b6, king to b6. Pawn push check, king on c5. Rook check, king on. There is mate in 1. He needs to take care of that also. And rook c8 check, king on d4. And that's it. No check. No more checks. And that's a mate. Okay, mate in few moves. Come on, yeah, resign. At least now resign. He cannot take that pawn. Attack his rook. Rook cannot take that pawn, and that pawn cannot be captured. He's not going to resign till the end of this. Sacrificing queen. Let's go. Another one. Came back, my friend, dragged me to their funny discussion of geography, and finally I succeeded to get geography. Old Indian defense. Plan is to go with the queen check. Pawn push, knight takes. Now if pawn takes, bishop takes, continue with the same plan, giving him I sacrificed a pawn with the plan. Okay, now it's not working. So do I need to sacrifice a piece? What what sacrifice? It's gone actually. Cannot be defended. He's +2. It's a semish attack. The idea of the counter attacking is h5 and c5. Bishop check, bishop defend, bishop takes. I'll still place my bishop. Okay, if I go for knight check, I do have f4 check, but bishop can sit in between. Let's just castle. Let's wait for him. Let him play some bad move so I can attack him back. I'll take my queen back. Bishop takes, queen takes. Ac- Knight goes back. Okay, his knight activated, yeah. I should have played it t7. Still bishop takes, knight is not possible. If pawn push, bishop takes bishop. And maybe knight sits back on g6. f5 now. My best friend of over the board chess loves to play against me with the system, and I crush him in big way with the accelerated dragon. Guys, let's give him to Jay. Like, he needs your support. Come on, guys. Please like this stream. We need your support. We are trying our best. He's going for my knight. I can also go for his knight. Or maybe just take this bishop, but he'll go with the pawn take. Or let's just not exchange and I'll place my knight on e4, e5, sorry, e5. Attack his knight. Bishop can't take my knight. And any 5 is a win. Okay. Attack his knight. Knight goes back. Let's find out how it's win. Attack his knight. Knight goes back. Yeah, attack his knight. Knight goes back. There we have queen check from b6. And if he tried to bring his queen in between, come on, come on, come on. Think of this move. Still, he cannot take my knight because that is pinned. And if he takes bishop, I am fine to exchange, offering him g6. So if he takes, I can take with check. And if rook takes pawn, I'll take his rook. Okay, now it's just bishop takes. Moving my queen away from that pin. h5. h5. Looks better. h5, knight g4. Let's go with the h5. Knight g4, knight takes. Activating d8, rook to d8, defending that pawn. Now, whoever does some mistake, this will be lose for them because now g4, g5, f6 is so ouchy. Okay, knight sits back, mistake. Rook on e8, king to g7, rook to h8. Okay, you are planning in that way to open up this file, this side, and then attack king. I'm just trying to play some waiting move. Now let's play king to g7. Queen activates on g5, looks good. Queen activates on g5. Rook takes pawn. Rook takes rook. I can after that go for a pawn push. What he's planning? Why he played rook here? Let's go with that. Go with your plan. Q to c2. Q to c2. Pawn push. He'll push pawn. So I think now knight here, because if knight takes, or maybe queen on g5. What will be my plan after that? Rook takes, knight, rook takes, another rook takes, knight sits on g4. If I just push this, he'll push more, and if I takes, there will be fork. Or should I just play the waiting move? Let's play queen on g5. Let him take pawn. Rook takes, rook takes. Doesn't make sense, right? Because I do not have any precise plan. So I'll play queen on f6 for now. Let's just wait. Keep the defend on this pawn. You missed bishop ba6. You could have win his queen with ba6 there. Where is bishop? Okay, you're talking about previously. e4, c5, your move. You could have win his queen with bishop to a6 there. Rook to c1. Okay, my plan is now I can push g5 and g4 with check. So I can place my knight on f3. Yes, that could be a plan. What do you think about knight? Knight here. Knight takes, pawn takes with check. King can go back. Nothing else after that. Let's go with the g5. If rook takes. I think a mistake. Now I'll first give him check and take his rook. Take his rook. So I can play queen to g5. If you push for check, I can just move my king away. Now I can continue with h4. I was watching highlight. Push that pawn and knight is defended. Or queen takes knight. Push that pawn. Rook check is also not possible. Yep. Just push that pawn. Push f6. And here we go with the pawn push. But he'll take knight, na? So first knight goes forward. I'll not go for exchange. And if rook check, king on h6, and I can continue with h4 push. Okay, so he's forcing to take that pawn. So if I just go for check, king will sit here. I can attack his queen, which makes no sense. So just f4, h4 push. If queen takes, and rook takes, king on g5, king or maybe king on h5. Knight takes this pawn with check. King to attack rook on g5. There is no check because a knight can take after this. He needs to move his rook. Okay, but he can just go for that pawn. Na? Rook on open file, going for the check. So I can take his knight. Rook goes forward. So defending square. The knight check is not possible. But what if I just let's push this pawn? Come on, yaar. I'm not able to do anything. Says resign. Chalo, time to play with subscribers. Come on, guys. Send challenge. Anything below 5 minutes unrated. Read out rules. Come on, guys. Waiting for your challenge. And if you like the stream, please hit that like button. And if you're not subscribed, please make sure to subscribe the channel. We are very near to 600. Come on, hit that subscribe button, guys. Hello, Ron. True. Welcome to the stream. Let's go. Who's next? Guys, keep your challenge ready. Bro, make a poll for Bullet Arena. I have given 100 to winner. I'll send one. Poll for Bullet Arena. I'll give. Okay, we'll do that. I'm around 500 elo. Doesn't matter playing with anyone, but the thing is, you should not cheat. Bullet Arena. I will give 100 to winner. Are you sure? Upfront. Okay, we'll do that after stream, but not for today. And if 10 people, it will be fun. Not today. I think today I'm near to the end of stream time. Definitely we will do it tomorrow. I'll create a poll for tomorrow. Okay, then let's play one. Okay, done. Let's go, guys. Who's next? Come on, send challenge. Waiting for your challenge, guys. Sorry. What kind of opening is this I'm playing? This is a very new kind of opening. I also don't know. If we were in 10 minutes, I think we would win. I would win. Okay, definitely, bro. But I do not play 10 minutes with subscribers. You needs to be in my range then. And if we get a random match someday, then we can. You started to win the game, then you lose the game. Your middle game is bad, bro. Work on middle game. I miss that folk. Again, I'll try for that. If not folk, then at least all the pawns. Chalo, anyone else wants to play? Rematch. Anyone left? Let's play with every one of you one time and then I'll repeat with subscribers again. You all guys played very well. Ellison, Prashant Bhai, Muskan. Good game, guys. It's just you are playing faster, so you are not able to make it. Come on, anyone else left? Should I start rapid then? I have beaten you 2 times. Definitely, bro. I'm not rejecting that. You are not good. I told that your game is good. All the best for next time. Try next time. Chalo, then let's start the rapid. Let's complete at least double 265 for today. Thanks for subscribing. Have a good bye. Thank you, bro. I'll play with subscribers. Just okay. I'll try a different kind of opening now. Knight sits on c6. Will be very powerful. Activating my light square bishop, and knight will sit back on. I'll take my knight back for now. Attacking the pawn. I'll take this, and bishop sits here. He can just do this pawn push. What about knight sits here? Knight sits looks good. He needs to take my knight. There we go with the bishop takes, and bishop takes. Knight takes. Bishop will go back, no problem. I can activate my queen as well, and I'll go for long castle now. If bishop takes, I'll take the knight. Bishop takes pawn. Okay, is wrong. Just simply castle. Or if rook activates. I think better option is let's just do a pawn push. Just activate rook now. Nothing is wrong in that. Queen takes, and there is this bishop winning king. Pawn take is also not possible. I can just take his bishop and then that pawn. Queen sits back to defend this pawn also. And he cannot push this pawn because I can take him back. Let's go with the knight activates forward. And I'll push f3 because my king does not have any good square. Maybe I can just take this pawn because if queen takes, no, cannot take that pawn. Instead of f3, yeah, let's push f3 now because knight is activating forward to attack my queen. And if you push this pawn, I can take f5, take on f5, and king on f2, so I can activate my rook on d1. For this game, you just need patience. Opponent will automatically do some mistake. Okay, push pawn to attack rook. If rook takes that pawn, here we have the bishop, and I can have his rook. Bishop on b3. So rook needs to go back is the right option. Otherwise, bishop on b3 and he'll be in trouble. He has g3 check. Yes, you are right. And now I need to close that block by playing king to f2. Now he does not have g3. I think here we go with the pawn push. Pawn takes, pawn takes. Yes. I'll go with b4. C3, c takes b4 in support of queen. I can continue with push to close his bishop. And if it still try to push this, I can take f5, because after that I do have this pawn take option also, because there will be fork maybe some there. He just took it, okay? Sacrificing knight, but why? Takes, pawn takes, rook check, and king sits back. King sits back on g1 because he's planning his queen on g3. Come on, that's it. That was a mistake, I think. I can just defend my rook. There is no problem in that. And continue with the passers. Here we go with the no, rook cannot attack queen because he have this rook check, but still he have this rook check. So only option I do have is king to d1, queen to d1. Sorry, queen to d1. Rook check, queen takes, and bishop takes. And I cannot take his bishop again because there is another rook check. So maybe rook attacks queen. Rook, yes, rook attack queen first. There is no mate because rook is guarding this square. So he has to move his queen, and now I can take his bishop. Let's go. He just gave up his queen. Great move. I don't know who taught him chess. Come on, man, resign. That's for sure. I'm not going to accept draw. Best move for him was to just take queen back, and I can take his bishop. And I do have one, two, three, four piece against rook and queen, but still it's winning. Take that pawn. Bishop takes another pawn, d5. I'll just move my king. Bishop takes another pawn, d5. Defending knight at the same time. There is a knight discover check. Knight attacking bishop. And pawn at the same time. And I can have the final pawn. Here we have rook check. And another rook check. And take his bishop for mate in one. He cannot take my knight also. Come on, man, resign. Mate in one. Not actually one. Let's go. He was sacrificing rook to defend mate. If I would have taken his rook, that was still not stalemate because he was having g5 pawn to push. So I could have taken his rook also. I made one blunder. Let's see what blunder I made. So that I have to give up my queen in place. He made two blunders. I made one blunder. That was definitely rook to forward because there was rook check which was coming. What was best here? To play my knight forward to attack on queen and rook at the same time and letting him bishop takes so I can take with pawn. Okay, let's move on to another game. Another rapid. I'll play d5 this time and convert it to Scandinavian modern defense modern variation. Here we have e6 takes. Although I'm pawn down. No, he does not took that pawn. Because after that, although I was pawn down, but I was good at my position. Free pawn. Here we have knight activation because if bishop takes, queen takes, I'll first go for check. I'll just castle because I can again sacrifice this pawn, but I'll be in good position so he cannot castle right now. I can just play rook to e8 to go for checkmate threat, and he has to give up his bishop. And if queen takes that pawn, which he does not did, now if rook on e8, he can play knight here, and after that, I'll not get his bishop. So I think I should play bishop to g4 first. After that, bishop to d7, so I can just push c6. His plan is to play knight here, knight to e5. So I can push this pawn, so I can just move his knight. So knight takes bishop, and we have knight takes knight, and pawn takes, knight takes. And if we just go for castle, I can attack his queen to take his bishop, or just take that pawn. Yes, I can attack his queen to take that pawn and develop my pawns. That will be much better. So I'll be pawn up, and that will be passer. Okay, attack his queen. Queen only defense square is d2. No, queen also can go back to d1 also, but I do have this check, and I can take that pawn anyways. So yeah, I'll take that pawn. I'll plan h6. Queen g5. So I can push c. No, it's just I lost pawn. I should have played d6. That was a right move. Maybe this is also a right move. So I can just attack his queen with knight, and I can play queen on knight on e4 to attack his bishop at the same time for threat for mate. Bishop can go back, but again there is a check, which can lead to mate. Yes, but queen sits back is the option with him, and I need to attack with queen back, queen d2 to take b2 pawn. He needs to play rook only. He's offering rook exchange. Come on, yeah, that's not done. Okay, let's take it. Can't do anything. Here we have rook defending knight, and I can play knight on f4 to attack his bishop. Plan is to push pawn. Also, I can offer him rook exchange if he does not double it up. If he doubles it up, he does not double it up. I can offer him rook exchange. Rook takes, and again defend that pawn because that is on dark square, so that can live for a long time. Takes no problem. And if we try to attack that pawn, I do have check, but what that check is doing, nothing. Okay, check. King goes forward, and there is nothing after that. Okay, let him take that pawn. I'm going for this pawn set. but still I cannot go for those pawns because bishop is blocking the square. Attack his bishop and that pawn at the same time. So I'll be at least similar. Everything will get similar. If rook takes pawn, I will play knight to e3. So if rook moves, I can take his bishop and everything will be equal after that. And if he tries to move his bishop anywhere, I can take pawn with check and then I'll attack his bishop. Is a plan. Okay, I do have this rook takes pawn with check and rook can sit back on e file because this knight check is not doing anything. Better is I should play rook to g6 only, attacking bishop. So rook needs to defend bishop now, and after that I can attack his rook again if he just go for check because there is no other discover check. There was a discover check, actually he missed that. King to h8, there is rook check. King to h7. Bishop cannot pin because knight is guarding that square. Because but after that rook can sit on e8. Okay, let's do it. h7, h8, h7 or h8, h8. Because I want him to give check, and after that only his rook cannot go for that pawn take. Now it's simply knight sits back, attacking rook. There we have the rook check, and rook sitting on f6. Plan is to grab that pawn, and I'll push g6 now. He's 2300 and missed that. h7. Then I have this pawn push because there is no other option. Attacking that pawn. And king will move to a file to stop this pawn. This is draw now. Pawn push, pawn takes, rook takes with check. Come on, yaar. Ah. Get the king there and win the pawn. King there, rook here, rook takes pawn, check, king here. Okay, plan is rook takes, king takes, king here, king goes back, king here, king goes back. He takes pawn, king goes back. There was no defense to this. Chalo bhai, that's all for today. I hope you guys enjoyed this stream. If you did, please hit that like button. Definitely, we will tomorrow. We will reach 2300, and we'll play better tomorrow. We'll bring some new tactics, and that's all for today. Thank you. Bye bye. Take care. Have a good night and enjoy your day. Bye bye.